Yo guys, what is up? It is Master Davers here, bringing you guys a guest upload to Halo Zone. And as you can see in the background, some Spartan Ops gameplay. I bet you guys not expect that at all in any video. So you probably would think that the topic is Spartan Ops. And yes, indeed, the topic here is Spartan Ops. And I'm going to be talking here about next-gen Spartan Ops, if 343 Industries are doing Spartan Ops in H5 or not. And I'm just gonna be saying it's quite likely that they are gonna be doing Spartan Ops in Halo 5, since they already done it in Halo 4. But however, in Halo 4, I would say 50% of the community preferred Firefight from Halo Reach and Halo 3 ODST over Halo 4 Spartan Ops, and 50% of the community, like myself, prefer Spartan Ops over Firefight. So obviously 343 Industries, if they are doing Spartan Ops, they think that they probably are going to be improving Spartan Ops. And maybe it's going to be a new cooperative mode, we have no idea, but it's quite likely they're going to do Spartan Ops. And they probably already start development on this cooperative mode, even if it is whether it's Spartan Ops or a new mode, who knows. But anyway, in this video I'm going to be telling you guys how to make Spartan Ops a great next-gen experience in Halo 5. So, I came up with a few ideas with my friend on Skype on how to do so. So, there's a few ideas that I came up with on how to make Spartan Ops quite cool. Well, even more cooler and more worth revisiting actually as well. So, obviously, as you've seen in the Spartan Ops in Halo 4, a lot of maps were reused in later episodes. So, this is mainly because 343 Industries did not have enough time to invest their resources in making new areas and new maps. But however, this time in Halo 5, what they could have done to make each chapter different than every other chapter is they could implement different stuff. So basically for each episode they could make just one whole area for just one episode, but in each chapter you explore 1 out of 5 areas in that big area. So let's say your first episode will take place in a giant jungle, and in chapter 1 you're probably going to be in the swamps inside the jungle. Chapter 2 you're going to be like walking, you're going to be in the jungle pathway, like for example in Infinity, stuff like that, or even desert stuff, because apparently in Halo 5 some place gonna be taking the desert, as you saw Master Chief there. So, and also to make Spartan Ops more worth revisiting, for each chapter, well, for every single episode, as you boot up Spartan Ops, you and your party will spawn in the Infinity ship, and obviously this idea I've taken from Mass Effect because it's pretty cool. So you can explore the Infinity, as it's actually a very big ship, but obviously not all of it because it is really that big, but some sectors of the Infinity you can explore. And when you're feeling like it, you can go to the main deck of the Infinity, and there'll be Captain Lasky waiting for you, and you can talk to Captain Lasky. And Captain Lasky could tell you your main objectives for this episode whenever a new episode comes out, and then you have to accept, and then a Pelican will take you to that planet wherever it takes place in, because I got a feeling that, or whatever, there might be one planet but different areas in that planet, different environments, and each episode taking place in different environments and different areas, but 5 different small areas in each environment. And the idea were there's one whole environment in each episode and 5 different chapters, and each chapter has 1 out of 5 different areas in each of that whole big area. I took the idea from Lost Planet 2. I think Lost Planet 2 did a pretty good job of it. So basically, in each episode they use their resources to make just one area, just one environment, but 5 different areas, for example, to explore and battle in. And obviously, this is what I'd say, by the end of each episode, what they could do is they could have for example, some tough challenge at the end of each episode. Now they done something quite unique in the chapter which I'm playing right now. It takes place in episode 10. It's chapter 3. And in the end of this chapter, well, it's not quite the end of the episode, really. In the end of the episode, something over extreme happens, but basically, a planet explodes on that, and on that by the end of that. But in the end of chapter 3 of episode 10, you get to board a lich, an enemy a lich, and you basically only see a lich in the campaign of Halo 4. But 303 Industries have put their I think they got their campaign team, and they have used their resources to put a lich into Spartan Ops, which I find pretty cool. It was quite unique, that mission. That's why I like it, and that's why it's actually my favorite mission. Because there's also a whole different bunch of objectives to do. You obviously have to. Obviously, in the point of that mission, you're in a big, wide open area with lots of vehicles, and basically you can drive around your warthog, fighting against ghosts and lots of enemy ground forces. There's like 3 different objectives, which I found pretty interesting. To destroy 3 generators, then you have to assault like a comm station, I believe, to like alarm system where you have to activate it, and then the lich will come in the game. And in the end, you have to hold out against the lich's forces, and then in the end you have to board the lich and take its power core and then escape map, which is pretty good, good. It's quite a unique chapter, and I think it's better than any other chapter in the game of Spartan Ops, in my opinion. Very unique, and that's possibly like the closest chapter to like next generation Spartan Ops. They could add a whole lot of stuff to it. So as I say, in the end of each episode, they could have like, a very tough challenge. Like for example, you get to infiltrate like an enemy Covenant base or Promethean base. In the end, you might have to defend 5 generators for 2 minutes. That's probably like episode 1 seems that's still kind of easy, but still quite a challenge. Involves teamwork. Stuff that involves teamwork, so defending 5 generators at a time from enemy Covenant forces for 2 minutes while you download something, for example. Make it very unique, and also have some tough enemies coming after each wave of enemies. And also you could have, by the end of like some other episode, you could have another lich come in. You board lich, like change everything. That makes every episode much different than every other episode. Like chapter 5 of each episode needs to be different. Some tough, unique stuff you have to do at the end. Anything tough. Or you could have even a tough boss battle against one of the Covenant commanders, like tough Covenant commanders. Obviously not Jewel Dharma, because I think they should like leave him for last. Or obviously, whatever. And the last thing which I want to mention about in Spartan Ops is, like they do this in Halo campaigns pretty much all the time, where they throw you off basically, like some unexpected moments happen in the campaign. They could do that in Spartan Ops as well. Like for example, a lich actually in chapter 3 in episode 10 was a frog. That's why the chapter is also a very unique chapter, because nobody would expect actually a lich to come in Spartan Ops, because well, since nothing like a lich came into like the 9 episodes, the other 9 episodes, but it only comes in the like towards the end of episode 10, which is pretty cool. They should do that more in Spartan Ops. Maybe as you progress in later episodes, maybe towards episode 7. Towards the end of episode 7, you could have or maybe like in the 3rd chapter already of episode 7, then suddenly in the 3rd chapter, for example, episode 7, something, the flood could suddenly appear, and you'll like be, whoa, I never thought those guys would appear. And maybe the flood might not come in Halo 5, but if they appear in Spartan Ops in Halo 5, it means they'll be confirmed for Halo 6, perhaps, which is pretty cool. So they could appear in Spartan Ops then, and you'll have to fight them for the rest of episode 7. Yeah, something like that. They need to have big throwbacks like that. And basically that's all I have to say for the next gen Spartan Ops. I mean, they're obviously already developing that cooperative mode, whatever it is. I'm sure there is gonna be cooperative mode, Spartan Ops Firefighter or something new, but if it is Spartan Ops, I hope some of my ideas here will come true. I think it's very possible, but obviously next gen can't do everything, but I think some ideas will be possible to do. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for listening. Bye.